If your shoulder hurts more one day and less the next, there's a moment most people recognize. You wake up stiff and sore, getting dressed is uncomfortable, reaching for that cup of coffee feels tight. Then at lunchtime, the shoulder loosens up. It almost feels normal. You think, okay, maybe I'm finally turning the corner. And then the next morning, the pain is back again. That's usually the moment people think, did I tear something again? That assumption feels logical, and it's one of the biggest sources of unnecessary fear I see in shoulder recovery. Hi, I'm Dr. Dan, orthopedic surgeon, and I've helped thousands of people recover from shoulder pain and shoulder surgery. I make these videos to give people clear, honest guidance when recovery feels confusing and stressful. And if you're watching this because your shoulder pain keeps changing and you don't know why, stay with me. By the end of the video, you'll understand why fluctuating pain is often expected, when it matters and when it doesn't. I hear this story all the time. Someone wakes up sore in the morning. Later that same day, shoulder loosens up, feels almost normal. The next morning, pain is back. That up and down pattern immediately triggers questions. What did I do wrong? Did I damage something? Is this getting worse instead of better? And once those thoughts show up, everything gets monitored. Every twinge, every movement, every sound. Not because you're an anxious person, but because pain that changes feels unpredictable. And unpredictable pain makes people assume danger. If you want help organizing what you're feeling and what actually matters, we do have a free shoulder pain checklist. It's linked below. Now let me explain why fluctuating shoulder pain is usually not a sign that damage is happening. The idea that pain equals damage didn't come out of nowhere. In most areas of life, worsening symptoms usually do mean something is wrong. If your car makes a louder noise every week, something is breaking. If a cut gets redder and more painful, it may be infected. If a roof leaks more after every storm, there's a structural problem. So it feels reasonable to apply that same logic to your shoulder. The problem is that shoulders don't behave like machines. They behave like systems, living systems. Pain is influenced by movement, inflammation, sleep, stress, posture, previous activities, and even how much attention you're paying to your shoulder that day. That means pain can fluctuate even when the underlying structures haven't changed at all. When no one explains that, people naturally assume the worst. Let me give you a real example. Once I saw a patient, John, who had shoulder surgery and was a few months into recovery. Every morning, his shoulder felt stiff and painful. By mid-afternoon, it felt almost normal. He was convinced something was tearing overnight while I slept. What was actually happening was much simpler. During sleep, the shoulder wasn't moving, the fluid settled in the joint, tissue stiffened, sensitivity increased. Once he got up, moved around, warmed up the shoulder, the pain settled. Nothing was breaking, nothing was failing, but because no one had explained that to him, every morning felt like a setback. This is where the mental model needs to change. Here's the reframe that helps most people calm down. Fluctuating pain usually reflects sensitivity, not damage. Sensitive tissues respond more strongly to normal inputs. A poor night's sleep can raise the pain. A long car ride can raise the pain. A new or increased activity can raise pain. Stress can even raise pain. Even focusing on your shoulder more than usual can raise pain. Then those same tissues may settle down again once conditions improve. That doesn't mean nothing matters. It doesn't mean pain should be ignored. It means pain needs to be interpreted in context. Your shoulder can be structurally stable and still complain loudly when it's irritated. Think of a sunburn. A sunburned shoulder can hurt badly with light touch, even though nothing structurally is damaged. The tissue is simply more sensitive. The same thing happens inside the shoulder joint. When people assume every flare equals damage, they tighten up. They move less, they guard every motion. Ironically, that often keeps pain stuck longer. Let's talk about three very common situations that people misinterpret. The first is morning pain. Morning stiffness, soreness are extremely common with shoulder problems and after shoulder surgery. A lack of movement at night increases stiffness, inflammation, sensitivity increases. That doesn't mean you're worse. It means your shoulder hasn't warmed up yet. The second pain is after physical therapy or exercise. Many people assume that if therapy makes the shoulder sore, it must be harmful. In reality, appropriate loading often causes temporary irritation before improvement. The key question isn't whether it hurt that day. The key question is whether it settles back down within a reasonable window. Pain that spikes and then calms is usually part of adaptation. The third pain is after doing very little. This one confuses people the most. They'll say, I didn't even do anything yesterday and it hurts more today. That doesn't mean the shoulder is breaking down on its own. Often it means stiffness, sensitivity, or inflammation increased due to inactivity. Lack of movement can irritate sensitive tissue just as much as overuse. At this point, some people worry that I'm saying pain never matters. That's not true. There are times when pain does signal a problem. Pain deserves attention when it steadily worsens over time, not just day to day. Pain accompanied by increasing weakness should be evaluated. Pain after a clear injury or a fall should be checked. Pain with fever, redness, or signs of infection matter. Those are meaningful signals. What we're talking about today is far more common. Pain that comes up and down without clear trend. That pattern is frustrating, but it usually is not dangerous. This is where many recoveries go off track. People misinterpret normal fluctuations as failures. They assume progress has been undone. They lose confidence in their body. Recovery doesn't happen in a straight line. It happens in trends. What matters most is not the single bad morning or good afternoon. What matters is the overall direction over weeks, not hours. If today was worse, but last month was better, that's progress. If this week was harder, but last month was easier, that's still progress. Understanding that changes how pain feels emotionally. It stops feeling like a warning siren and starts feeling like feedback. If your shoulder pain fluctuates, it does not automatically mean you're harming it. It means your shoulder is responding to load, stress, and sensitivity in real time. You didn't miss a warning sign, you didn't undo your progress, and you're not failing in your recovery. You're dealing with a living system that adapts gradually, not instantly. Once people understand this, pain becomes less threatening and more manageable. They move with more confidence. They stop bracing for disaster. And ironically, pain often settles faster. So if this explanation helped settle some of the worry, check out the next video, what I recommend, the number one reason shoulder pain feels worse at night. It builds directly on what we discussed today and explains another pain pattern that catches people off guard. You're not fragile, you're not broken, you're adapting. And once you understand that, recovery becomes a lot less scary. Check out that new video in the link below. Also, thanks for your time. Hope this helps. We'll see you next Thursday.